Trap been getting his ass beat. He running.
What? This Trap right here, my man. What you talking about?
Trap, you been getting your ass beat. You done got no hit and all that shit. Trap, how many more games we got? 2?
Yeah, we got 2.
Alright, my slide is good coming to you, Yandel. Somebody get the goddamn mic out their lungs.
Fuck is you talking about? I'm running from you, man. Anybody can throw a no-hitter when they doing bullshit.
You got a no-hitter now.
What you talking about, man?
You got a no-hitter on you, nigga. You got the invite?
President Donald Trump says 1 million people nationwide have now been tested for the virus, and the process is about to get rapid diagnostic tests begin.
Man, somebody get the goddamn mic out their nose, breathing in the mic like that, nigga.
Results in roughly 45 minutes. Those are some of your top stories right now at 6:30. And Laura's here with us. Grant is here with us. Good morning. How are you all today? Doing just fine, Deborah. How about you? Yeah, doing fine and looking good. All right, we'll get to Laura in just a little bit to catch up on some of the headlines. But Grant, we kick it off with you and conversation about the weather. It is chilly out there this morning.
Yes, a little bit on the cool side, Deborah, especially with that north breeze coming in, but we're dry. The rain has moved out, and it looks like we're going to have dry days before rain chances return. S-band radar shows those showers and thunderstorms well to the east this morning, but we're starting with some clouds in place.
Wake up.
Maybe a little patchy fog.
It's 7:30.
Hit the roads.
All right.
Are heading out. Temperature check here. We're looking at low to mid 50s. As Deborah pointed out, though, it feels a little cooler though at north. 54 in Dallas. It's 52 in Fort Worth. Garland at 53. And as you see here, wind speeds running around 10 to 15 miles per hour in some spots. So consider a jacket if you're heading out the door. Day planner here shows sunshine coming our way later on today with a high of 68. And yes, dry weather, but it's not going to last. Later in the week, we'll have some additional rain chances. Deborah, or Laura, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Grant. 6:32. As this Tuesday morning gets started,
we are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Colorado Rockies and the Cleveland Indians. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
All right, you can send it now.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. 1-1 pitch is a knuckle curve. He's in the hole now, 1-2. Good night for baseball. 69 degrees here at first pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game. Trevor Story steps in now, the recipient of a National League Silver Slugger Award for his contributions at shortstop last year. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready.
Yeah, you can send it.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Blackman behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
2 out, nobody on. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado, as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. This is on the ground over to first. And no shot to recover on the throw to first, and there are 2 on as we'll see how this is scored. Here's Daniel Murphy now as he lines it out to center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Into the box now, Francisco Lindor. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here it comes. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes, he was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name. The kids are buying his jerseys.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Just have to ride this out, and there's going to be a great gift of
off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but
as well as Easter Mass will be on social media. They're going to televise it, and it will also be on the.
I like the idea behind it.
1 out, no.
Hey, yo, you can send it for the 5th time, yo.
Swing and a line drive. But taking it over at first for the 2nd out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Here's Carlos Santana now. Previous history with German Marquez. He's gone 2 for 8. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No balls and a strike to count. The wind-up and the 0-1. Bouncer to the left side, but the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. In now, Jose Ramirez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Popped him up. Story over to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. All set for the start of the inning. At the plate, Ryan McMahon. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Standing in, Raimel Tapia. Left side, but well fouled. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Tapia playing here in his age 26 season. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. The 1-2.
I think he's shown you right there. He was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be leery of that right there and take pull side away. That'll keep you on all stuff, fastballs and the off-speed.
Still even at 2-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Now in the box, Sam Hilliard. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first two.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes.
What's your record,
5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. 0-1, here it comes. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Winning who won the league gonna
Outside,
be over.
hit hard. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit. At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. This will get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Digging in, Domingo Santana. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. That's strike one.
Well, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Standing in, Roberto Perez. Runner in scoring position with Sir John. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike one.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. That'll bring up Tony Walters, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. First offering on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
2-2 to the Colorado catcher.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
A ball and a strike to Colorado's leadoff batter. 1-1 pitch is a knuckle curve. He's in the hole now, 1-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Behind 0-2 now. And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings. 6 in a row, and the inning is... Digging in the switch hitter, Greg Allen, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Now he'll try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Allen, a 27-year-old, he was taken in the 6th round during the 2014 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy, drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. Stepping in now, Oscar Mercado, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
3-1 to him now. A bouncer up the middle. McMahon gathers it in. On to Murphy. It's a double play, and that ends the inning.
This is going to end as the second wettest March on record, just shy of 7 inches of rain. You see the all-time record, 7.39.
And that'll bring in Charlie Blackmon. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous 2. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. One away. Nolan Arenado is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Oh, my goodness. Talk about a developing story here. 8 straight strikeouts, and there are 2 away now. First offering on its way. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Behind 0-2 now. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlos Santana. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
We are following one problem spot right now, and that is for Dallas drivers that use 175.
He gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul.
I-45, there is an accident that is causing a slight delay. This is the view right here from the Texas Sky Ranger.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Pitch on the way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Into the box, Frenmel Reyes. As he can't make contact and is tied up here, it's strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here comes the first pitch. Ramirez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Here's Ryan McMahon now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And no swing, apparently, ball 1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Next for the Rockies is the DH, Raimel Tapia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
Now he'll step off. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound his zone with all different options.
He pulls this one into right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. Stepping in, Sam Hilliard. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Set now for the bottom of the fifth. Stepping into the box, Domingo Santana. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that swung on and missed for strike one. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Digging in to try it again, Roberto Perez, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. Ready now, Greg Allen. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. And it's fouled away. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. This is pulled into right. Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side.
At the grocery store, the move is to help stores stay a little less crowded and help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Shopping windows and party sizes will vary.
Top half of the sixth about to get started. So striding forward now, Tony Walters. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. This is foul for the first strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. David Dahl to the plate now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. The fastball here is he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. David Dahl sent packing for out number 2 in the sixth. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heat.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from...
Oh, that ball comes in and gets him. So digging in now, Oscar Mercado, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Hey, this guy's done a better job than expected. He's made some bad pitches in the strike zone, but so far he hasn't gotten hurt by him.
Hilliard patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. A dive, but it's off his glove, and he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jose Ramirez. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona.
And the tag is on him to retire the side. Seventh inning ready to roll. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. First offering on its way. He pulls this one into right, and that's going to be a base hit. So there's the possible go-ahead run aboard to kick off the 7th. Here's Nolan Arenado. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
Here it comes, 0-2. Got him, and that's number 15 for the ballgame. Striding in, Daniel Murphy, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And a check swing here, appealed down to third, but James Kingsley says he held up. Ball 1. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 1-2.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Another 1-2 delivery. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Ramirez shading to his right, and that retires the side. Ready once again, Jose Ramirez. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
And it's quickly 0-2.
You don't want that.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him, and that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Into the box now, Fran Morales. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
He's gonna pop in your ass. You gonna do shit.
To right field. After it is Blackmon. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. Into the box, Cesar Hernandez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
Behind 0-2 now.
I don't do much.
Looking to punch him out again.
That's a lot.
Down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Obey the rules.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired.
You up, Brett?
Start us off in the 8th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
So now to the plate, Sam Hilliard. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And the runner back in standing. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Striding into the box, Tony Walters. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. This is pulled into right. But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And into bat next will be the outfielder David Dahl. 0-1 the count. Ready with the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That strike 2.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. Digging in, Domingo Santana. No.
To stop the spread. The choices and sacrifices we make will determine the fate of this
hits to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Pitch on the way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Blackman is under it. 1 down. Ready for another chance? Roberto Perez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1. Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, man. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now. In now, Greg Allen. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. The 0-2. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. New inning set to get underway, and that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He went down on strikes last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Allen is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9. Now at the plate, Charlie Blackman. Last time through was a base hit. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. The 1-2. Popped him up. Ramirez is there for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Nolan Arenado. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. Daniel Murphy steps in now. As he'll take a look at ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 2-0 now.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
And there's a swing and a miss. 2-1 now. This is hit the other way out toward left field.
Whatever happened to the new Leonard
Santana
48
is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, he squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Coming to the plate now, Oscar Mercado. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Got him fishing that time. 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out. Indians down to their final out now. And that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Behind 0-2 now. Last strike now for Cleveland. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. And that 1 run held up tonight. 1-0 the final.
Yeah, this hung right there in the heart of the plate. I knocked shit out of it. Run it back.
But with no plans for a national quarantine, the response from state to state has varied. On Monday, a coordinated message from the capital region weeks. We have to look at this pattern and conclude that the worst is certainly in the next few weeks.
Who you playing, Trent?
I could see it going into May, in fact, with the numbers we're looking at, because we have community spread. And that's really deeply seated in our communities, and we're going to see this all over the country, unfortunately.
You know, it just has this feel of, it's not the calm before the storm, but, you know, you feel that this is all about to really hit in a huge way when you see something like the U.S. Navy ship Comfort docking off the west side of Manhattan. You see a makeshift field hospital going up in Central Park. Right now, they're empty, but is your expectation that these hospitals will have to be filled with overflow patients because the other hospitals are filled with COVID-19 patients?
Yeah, let me give you the projection, and it's very blunt, Savannah. We have about 20,000 hospital beds in all of New York City. That's where we were, say, the beginning of this month, normal times. We project the potential that all of those beds, all 20,000, will have to be turned into intensive care beds to focus on COVID-19 patients who are really, really sick. That gives you a sense of just how abnormal it could be. Now, I hope the projections don't come true, but we have to, as Dr. Fauci says, you have to plan for the worst. The projection has it getting worse over the next few weeks, potentially extending well into May, and will require a level of hospital capacity we've never seen, we've never even conceived of. We're talking about tripling hospital capacity to be able to handle this.
And Mr. Mayor, correct me if I'm wrong, the last I heard, in New York, you cannot get a COVID-19 test unless you are so sick you have to be in the hospital. So when I read the latest ones I have, say 67,000 cases in New York, doesn't that dramatically undercount the number of people who are sick?
Savannah, absolutely. And community spread, you know, this is what people all over the country have to really feel in their bones. Community spread means it's out there and it continues to grow. And there's a point where it stops, like every other seasonal disease. There is an end point here. But for the weeks ahead, let's not kid ourselves. It gets a lot worse before it gets better.
Can we talk about this issue of testing? I just mentioned that in New York, in order to conserve testing capacity, if only the hospitalized are getting these tests. The president was on a call with governors yesterday. He was, one of the governors from Montana mentioned that that state's need for tests. He said he hadn't heard about testing in a few weeks. Is testing still an issue here in New York?
Testing at this point, you know, if testing had come earlier, I asked for testing from the federal government originally on January 24th. If we had gotten it in January, in February, beginning of February, we could have gotten ahead of this. I think there are still states where they can, and getting them testing is crucial. What it means now is it's the way we determine who needs the most immediate, urgent care. It's a way we help to protect our first responders and decide, of course, who needs to go and be isolated. But I think the fact is testing is going to play a different role now. If we could get rapid testing on a truly universal level, that could help us a lot. That could help us immediately tell people what they have to do.
Yeah,
but the best kind of testing is the testing early before you get an outbreak. Some states could still benefit from that.
Couple quick things. I mentioned the U.S. Navy ship Comfort has now come to Manhattan. I'm sure you saw these sites yesterday where many people wanted to get a glimpse. And some of the images indicated that people weren't really keeping that social distance as they crammed in to get a shot. What's your message to folks who may have done that here in our city?
Yeah, that's unacceptable. Savannah, look, we all feel a lot emotionally about the arrival of the Comfort. It's giving us so much hope that our military is here. And we're going to need a lot more military presence. We're going to need a lot more help from the federal government, including medical personnel from the military, very, very quickly. I've told that to President Trump. We need folks by Sunday, starting this Sunday, to get ahead of that horrible onslaught we expect in the next week or two. But in the meantime, as much as we love the Comfort, we love the fact the military is here, people must practice social distancing. And I've authorized our police to start giving out fines, $250, $500 fines, to people who don't get it. Because at this point, we've said it, we've educated, we've given people the message. Anyone who's not social distancing at this point actually is putting other people in danger. And if we have to give them fines, we will.
All right. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, thank you for your time, sir, this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Savannah.
And, of course, New York has put out the call for healthcare workers from around the country to come and help out. And just ahead, we are actually going to focus on some of those people who have answered that call. a little bit later in the show. Hoda.
While doctors are being overwhelmed by COVID-19 each day, they're also learning more about the virus and how to fight it. For more on that, we're turning to NBC medical correspondent Dr. John Torres. Dr. John, good to see you. So we're going to begin with this thing we're calling the Great Mask Debate. The president said yesterday that he could actually see a scenario where every American maybe should be wearing a mask, but that's really contrary to what the CDC said, because we've been saying for weeks on this show and many shows, like, not really necessary. So what's the right answer here?
And Hoda, you're right. This is the Great Mask Debate, because it actually started this weekend with a doctor tweeting out that the CDC was going to change their guidelines and say people should be wearing them when they're out and about. I talked with the CDC yesterday. They said they have no plans to change their guidelines. Their guidelines are still what they've recommended, that people in the general public shouldn't be wearing them. A lot of experts are saying, yeah, it might help out a little bit. Why don't we wear them? Well, the truth is it actually might help out a little bit, but here's the caveats behind that. People have to wear them constantly. They have to wear them correctly, and they always forget, too, that their eyes are another way the virus can get in. So without eye shields, they're not getting all the protection they need to get. Might give them a false sense of security, so they might get inside that 6-foot bubble that we're putting around ourselves to keep away from the virus. If they do and somebody coughs or sneezes, they're still vulnerable to it. So that's one thing. On top of that, they're trying to protect the actual masks, the surgical masks, the N95 for frontline workers, because they definitely need them. But as to whether it'll help out or not, is the CDC going to change its guidance to say so? Right now they're saying no. Could it potentially help? It could, but it's not going to give you full protection. And it's not going to give you any more protection than washing your hands and definitely keeping that 6-foot distance.
Yeah, and even if you did it, the CDC, I mean, the idea would be to do a bandana or something, not to use these surgical masks or the N95 masks that are so desperately needed by our frontline healthcare workers. Let me ask you another thing, Dr. Torres. There was a new study, a small one, but it suggested that transmission of COVID-19 can still occur even after someone's symptoms have subsided. Well, this is obviously quite disturbing, but I know it was a small study. What do you make of it?
So it was a very small study, Savannah. It was 16 patients. They found out that half of them had symptoms and could actually give the virus to somebody else even days later, beyond that 3-day time period we talk about. But one thing, if you look at the study, these were patients with severe complications and severe symptoms who were in the hospital. And so it looks like with the mild and moderate cases, which the vast majority of people who have coronavirus have, it looks like that 3-day time period still holds. That's the time they need to make sure they're not spreading to anybody else once the symptoms go away, including fevers. But for people that are hospitalized, it might take a little bit longer. And this is where the doctors come into play. And somebody, when they're hospitalized and they finally get released from the hospital, the doctors need to sit down with them and say, here's how long you need to stay in isolation at home. Even though we're letting you out of the hospital, you might want to stick around your house a little bit longer to make sure it doesn't spread. But again, remember, very small study, very limited number of people, and these were people with severe symptoms that look like they could spread it for longer periods of time.
Dr. Torres, you've been talking to us over the weeks about the viral load. I guess it's how much of the virus you are exposed to and how that can affect how sick you get. Tell us about that.
So exactly right. A viral load is the amount of virus that first gets into your body when you start getting sick. If you get a little bit of virus, you're only going to get a little sick. If you get a big viral load, in other words, you're sitting next to somebody for long periods of time and that virus just keeps hitting you, you're going to get more sick. And those are the ones that tend to get the severe complications and the severe symptoms based on this. And that's why frontline workers are so exposed, and we keep talking about saving masks and equipment for them, because they're constantly near somebody. They're getting that huge viral load. It gets to the point where your body's immune system can't handle that overload of virus, and that's why we are so concerned about people getting a huge viral load up front, because if they just get that small one, they won't get as sick, and it's important to make sure that people obviously don't get that sick and recover from this as quickly as possible.
All right, Dr. Torres, thank you. As always, good to see you. We want to encourage folks to join us tonight. Hoda and I are hosting a special primetime show about the pandemic. This is the first in a series NBC News will be doing in the weeks ahead. We're going to examine the outbreak's toll, the country's potential new hotspots, and answer your questions. It's tonight, 10 Eastern and Pacific, here on NBC. You can also find it on MSNBC and our online streaming network, NBC News Now.
All right, what do you say, both of us? Say hello to Mr.
morning,
Al. Look who's here.
Well, all is right with the world. You guys are back together again. It's like reunited. Peaches and herb.
It feels good, too.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it does. It looks looks good, that's for sure. Unfortunately, the weather doesn't look good for our friends down to the southeast. We've got some severe weather. In fact, some severe thunderstorm warnings out through central Mississippi. This is all pushing to the east as the day wears on. We've got a risk for severe weather through there into Georgia and on into parts of South Carolina for hail, possibility of tornadoes as this pushes in. Heaviest rain will be for the Outer Banks. Wind advisories from Mississippi down on into Florida, and then low pressure deepening offshore with a rough surf along with a minor beach erosion. Rainfall amounts, we're talking heaviest around the Carolinas, with locally up to 2 inches of rain, but still, we're going to keep an eye out for some flash flooding. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
At Chick-fil-A, we know a little thing like staying in can make a big difference. That's why it's our pleasure to come to you with delivery right to your door. Order through the Chick-fil-A app where possible, or our delivery partners, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. We can't wait to serve you. Now more than ever, the little things make a big difference, like contactless payment through the Chick-fil-A app. Place a mobile order and pay ahead of your visit. Then pick up in the drive-thru or curbside where available. In the meantime, let's all take good care of each other.
Good Tuesday morning to you, Grant Johnston with the forecast, and the rain has ended. You see on the S-band radar that we're starting off dry. Those showers and thunderstorms from yesterday well to the east, but we're still seeing some lingering clouds here for a while this morning. So we'll call it mostly cloudy until mid-morning, then sunshine breaks through. Temperatures are on the cool side, and there's a north breeze kind of adding a chill, so consider a jacket if you have to get out. Sunshine at 68 later today. Additional rain chances, though, showing up late this week.
And that is your latest weather. Guys?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Roker. Coming up, we are going to meet some of the heroic volunteers. They are answering the impassioned plea. They are heading here to New York, and they say they're going to help in any way they can.
Plus, a new view of the crisis from the front lines. One of the emergency room doctors who's facing it right now. She will join us live. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Get so close to the red carpet, you'll feel like you're there. We'll bring you Hollywood's hottest moments on award season's biggest nights.
Experience every surprise.
That's the way you do it.
Watch exclusive celebrity coverage.
I found me a husband with dimples like that.
No one gives you more access this award season than Access Hollywood. Weeknights at 6:30.
Well, howdy, I'm Al Banker, and we've been helping Texans find great rates and coverage for their auto and home insurance for almost 50 years. Give us a call today at 1-800-THANKS-AL or go online at thanksal.com. At Al Banker Insurance, we've got you covered.
Because we live here too, Milestone is doing everything we can to serve the community around us. We know that the services we provide are not a luxury, but essential to maintaining the safety and reliability of your home's critical system. That's why we're implementing a new zero-contact process that minimizes all person-to-person contact during our in-home service call.
We're all in this together, and to help ease the financial burden of unexpected repairs, we're offering you $65 off your call today.
We'll fix it in a flash.
Nothing is more important than family, especially in uncertain times. In response to the recent world events, we're taking steps to protect our family with Hyundai Assurance. When you buy or lease a new Hyundai between now and April 30th, we'll cover your payments for up to 6 months in the event you lose your job this year due to COVID-19. Plus, 0% APR financing to well-qualified buyers on select vehicles with deferred payments for 4 months. Hyundai Assurance, because making things better for your family is our first priority.
Adulting is hard, and sometimes we fail.
But at Al Banker Insurance, we've got you covered. Call 1-800-THANKS-AL or go online to thanksal.com.
And start saving on your auto, home, and renter's insurance.
Just ahead, our good friend Andy Cohen back on TV feeling better after having the coronavirus.
He'll join us live after your local news. When it comes to parenting, you're a pro. You know reflexes are key. You know your kid doesn't step around puddles and wet shoes. Not cool. You know what else isn't cool? Those cheap leaky diapers. Because with Lowe's, you get the pro-level leak protection you're looking for. Lowe's. Parent like a pro.
Give you a clarity of non-drowsy Claritin at 24-hour relief from symptoms caused by over 200 indoor and outdoor allergens, like those from Buddy. For 1 week only, save up to $50 on select pleasure products. Check this Sunday's newspaper for details.
Unpredictable Crohn's symptoms following you? For adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease, Stelara works differently. Studies showed relief and remission with dosing every 8 weeks.
Stelara may lower your ability to fight infections and may increase your risk of infections and cancer. Some serious infections require hospitalization. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or flu-like symptoms or sores, have had cancer or developed new skin growths, or if anyone in your house needs or recently had a vaccine. Alert your doctor of new or worsening problems, including headaches, seizures, confusion, and vision problems. These may be signs of a rare, potentially fatal brain condition. Some serious allergic reactions and lung inflammation can occur.
Talk to your doctor today and learn how Janssen can help you explore cost support options. Remission can start with Stelara.
You're watching NBC5 Today.
It is 7:26 right now. Good morning. I'm Deborah Ferguson. Here's what's making headlines this half hour. The Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center in Dallas is days away from becoming a pop-up hospital. Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins said the convention center will be ready by Friday or Saturday. It will be staffed by medical workers from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Both drive-through coronavirus testing locations in Dallas reopened today with new hours. The American Airlines Center and Ellis Davis Fieldhouse testing sites closed yesterday because of all the rain. Both sites opened with new hours today. Those hours are 8 to 5. Testing is available to anyone, but you must have COVID-19 symptoms, which are cough, shortness of breath, and a temperature over 99.6. And starting this week, rapid diagnostic tests begin arriving at the front lines. These are FDA-approved tests that deliver results in 45 minutes. We'll be right back with weather.
Is brought to you by Standard Insurance.
Need a new AC system? Get the 10-10-10 plan at Berkey's. You get 10 years parts, 10 years labor warranties, and up to 10-year financing on new AC systems. The 10-10-10 plan, only at Berkey's. We're there when you need us.
You gotta have a floating hospital. They say the capacity in the hospital has tripled. Hospitals ain't got enough room. They making a Dallas Convention Center downtown into a hospital.
Oh, yeah? Hey, are you living with ugly floors? Why? 54 can upgrade your home fast and save you a ton of money with free installation on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and
Rooska.
54 will move your old furniture, take away your old floors, install your new floors.
What up, Rooska?
Clean up and leave. You're gonna love your new floors. But hurry, free installation ends at the end of the month. Plus, save an extra $100 with promo code.
No, I ain't got no yet.
No, I said I ain't through one.
No, I ain't through them yet either. Goddamn Bunkers last night beat me too. He swept me in the series, Bunker.
Bucky?
Yeah, he swept me in the series.
He swept you in the game?
Man, I ain't win it. And every day, I ain't win the game, dog. And he won by 1 point on every game.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I seen that game y'all had played and shit. I did the same thing you did. At 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, goddamn it, and hit the ball all the way to the goddamn wall and shit. He caught the motherfucker.
He caught the motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm that motherfucker wild.
Man, I can't wait to see him again if I make it to the playoffs.
You should make it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I just knocked out Yandel this morning.
Where you
go? He gonna fix his kids something to eat.
Coming in with just under 7 inches of rain, record 7.39, just over 3, or about 3.5 inches.
Damn.
S-band radar shows though that the rain has crossed over some clouds in place and is a cool north wind with temperatures